All right, guys, y'all ready for another one? We're getting ready to go flounder gigging, testing out some lights. Y'all watch this. Oh man, how you like that? That's just one of my lights, and I run 6 of these, but I hadn't been out for a minute. We're just testing everything. Flounder just opened back up in the state of Florida. We're searching around, getting navigation lights, life jackets, all our safety gear ready, testing all the lights. But we're hoping it's going to be a good night here, and the tide looks right and the wind looks right. Wind is one of the most important things when you go flounder gigging. So we're gonna load up, see what we can do. Y'all are gonna ride along. Say hi to the people.
I got my lucky socks on. Check them out.
She's got her lucky socks on, y'all. Let's see what happens. How's it looking, babe? Giggable? I can see the bottom right there.
Yeah. No, I think it's good.
All right, I'm gonna go farther up, but then we'll gig back this way. Keep going here. 3, go. Literally on our first spot. Get him in the babe. You gotta bear it. On the very, as soon as I turn on the light, she gets the flounder.
I was like, hey, flounder! I wanted to, we're moving so fast.
Little 14-incher. I'm trying to get everything ready here, get the lights hooked up down here. And Crystal's got one in the boat already. Can you see the flounder? He's sitting on the oysters, and this is one of the instances where they get super blended in, and he's right there. I think this one's a little bit short.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is, if you haven't seen him yet, I'm gonna poke him. You watch him take off. He's probably 13 inches or so.
There he goes.
There he goes.
Yes. It's got a crab on its face.
Does it have a crab? Oh, it does have a little baby crab.
How funny is that? On its face.
He's about to have a gig on his face.
Come on.
Oh, he tried to run. I think I got him in the meat. Taking too long. Oh. Here, I'm gonna come straight up with him. There he is, folks. I didn't want to get a meat shot, but we were messing around getting the camera going, and he got wise to what I was doing. All right, y'all. So, we were gigging in the main channel, and boats kept waking us. So we've gone back into a creek, and because the water clarity is so nice tonight, we can actually see where, like in the summertime, you wouldn't see in here. But so my setup is, I've got 2, 4, well 5. I used to have 6 lights, and what we do is we're just literally using our gigs to pull the boat along the shoreline, just real slow with the tide. Of course, now this is a murky spot.
Still see.
But that's how you find them. When you see one person stops the boat, the other person gigs it. But tonight, when you see one person stops the boat, one person turns on the GoPro, then one person gigs it. And there's only 2 of us, so we'll see how this works out. So just to show you just how camouflaged these things are. Do you see the flounder? He's sitting on the moisture board, and he's got himself completely blended in. Watch this. Oop, there he goes. We got a stone crab here, and right, I've got my crab catcher 1000. I used to stick my hands in there and grab them.
Thank goodness.
But I'm gonna try this thing out. Hand works better, but I bet he's got a legal claw on him.
I got the measuring stuff.
Nice little stone crab. So here's my stone crab. Grab him by the back leg there, and he can't get you, right? Nice little stone crab.
Here, I'll measure it.
Here, take that. Okay.
Wait, I'm trying to not get the shadow. There we go.
So, legal to harvest this in this technique. So I'm gonna hold one like that, risking my life, y'all. And that claw is good. You can see I'm using the 3-inch lobster gauge since it's actually 2 7/8 for stone crab. So that claw is good. That claw is actually probably good too, but I think we'll let him keep the little one.
Leg.
Okay.
Against the
Clip.
current.
Folks, that is the easiest way that I have found to separate the claws off of stone crabs. We're gonna let this guy go, live his life. But we're eating.
I'm like, where are you? It's the shadow.
Well,
it's hard to film at night.
We're eating stone crab, and there you go. We're gonna eat stone crab and flounder tomorrow, probably.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm over here trying to hold the boat with one leg.
Well,
against the current.
filming at night has its challenges, but
here, put those somewhere before I drop them.
We're gonna keep going. Beautiful. She doesn't even know we're here. I don't know if you guys hear that cackling. Those are the marsh hens that I hunt. The most popular video I have to date.
Crab catcher 1000.
No, he went over there.
Follow that crab. Oh, I still see him.
I know.
Still see him.
Help me.
I'm trying. Oh, I'm pulling.
I got him. How about that?
Crab catcher 1000 works every time.
Ooh, he's a rusty one too. Here, check this out.
Oh yeah.
Do you got your headlamp on your?
No. Here.
Look how rusty that guy is. He's gonna be full of meat. Got him. I don't know if you guys can see that. Stone crab, I need you.
I'm trying.
Oh yeah. Got him.
Crab catcher 1000.
Turn your headlamp on. Boom.
Hello, sir.
We got him and some oysters. You're gonna come home to dinner with us. This is turning into a crabby night.
Yes.
I'm crabby.
You're crabby.
We're catching crabs.
It's happening.
All right, ready, babe?
Oh, I'm up.
Yeah, stick him. I got the boat. That's a nice flounder right there. See his head? Ooh, you don't have him very good.
How do you know?
Because
I try to not stick them in the body because then.
You got his head
if
good?
you stick them in the body.
Don't hold him down. Let me back you up. You literally have that thing like in the nose.
Okay, just hold on. Hold on.
Walk him
Hold on.
to the boat.
Okay.
Walk him around.
Hold on. Give me this gig.
All right, now pick him up.
Hold on. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Come off. He's like in the mud. Stuck in the mud.
Here, give it to me.
It's
Nice flounder in the boat. We're gonna beep out Crystal's bad words. She didn't mean to say those. All right, so I mean, I think you had him, but I was so worried he was gonna come off. Take that gig off. Open that up, and pull him off. Oh, they're fast. Got him.
We are back at the ramp. Ian just went to get the truck. Unfortunately, our night ended a little short because I fell off the boat. In my defense, though, there was a really big wake from like a sport fisherman that was coming down the ICW covered in some kind of Christmas parade, Christmas lights, and he was kind of driving like a jerk. So I guess my sea legs are not as good as they used to be. But I'm wet and cold, and so is Ian. So the next time you see us, we will probably be picking crabs and in the kitchen.
What's up, guys? So we're back home. It's the morning after flounder gigging. We did end up having a interesting night. We got waked by a big yacht, and Crystal went in the water, and then I went in the water after because I was trying to pull her out, and the second wave hit us. Both had our cell phones in our pockets. I have a whole entire stone crab video that's on my phone. I don't know if I'm gonna lose it or not, but I had already deleted all the footage off everything else because I'm still making stuff on my phone. But check this out. I didn't even realize how many crabs we had got last night, and we didn't even start picking them up until you know, I'd seen quite a few, and I'm like, hey, let's start grabbing those and we can make a stuffed flounder, you know. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's feisty.
And look how nice and rusty that one is.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Rusty is like, means they haven't shedded their exoskeleton in a while. So they'll be super full of meat. The meat will be all grown out. Now, one that maybe, he's kind of rusty. Well, that one is trying to get me.
Yeah, that one was a little feisty. He was on the top of the cooler.
He needs some more ice. That one's a little rusty. They're all pretty rusty crabs. I'm trying to find one. I know there was one in here because I looked at it when it came in the boat. Well, but the whiter they are, the less they'll be full of meat. They're still good to eat, you know. Don't throw them back. We got a mix of females and males here. I know a lot of people always chirping about not keeping the females, but in the state of Florida, we can keep the females. So we do. There's plenty of crabs. I can go fill 5 pots slap full in 48 hours. Anyways,
look at that. He is like coming for you.
I'm gonna clean these up and steam them and then pick them. We also have 2 stone crabs that we grabbed last night. Steamed these or boiled these when we got in off the boat. But so we're gonna pick all of this and we're gonna stuff our flounder. And I'm gonna show you guys how to debone a flounder for stuffing. That makes it really just easy to eat and is a cool technique. Is the part of this video that I'm most excited about. Look at these amazing Florida key limes. Now, everybody's heard of key limes, but these are real key limes. And if you look at them, they're kind of yellow. They're not green. Tony, who is the key lime king on Instagram, reached out to me and we started chatting, and he educated me on all kinds of things key lime. Now, as a Florida man, I thought I knew a lot about key limes, but he really taught me a lot. Most of the key limes that we get in Florida or in anywhere, if he says key lime on it, they're actually probably like a Mexican lime, and you're not getting real key limes. And I think there was a disease back, I think like in 2000, that wiped out a bunch of citrus in Florida, and it killed a ton of the key lime trees that existed. So he got into growing them, and he ended up with a small like hobby farm of key limes, and he sent me a bunch. And I want to go shoot a video down there. I want to see his whole operation and give you guys a ton of key lime information because I'm super into them. Like in my house, you get a key lime pie for your birthday, you don't get a cake. So Before I yak too much about it, I'm gonna make you guys our traditional key lime pie in addition to everything else we're cooking. So what we're doing here is juicing these super fresh key limes. He mailed me these. I'm gonna put his Instagram and everything in the description. You guys can look him up, pick his brain. But so we're juicing up our limes, right? And making a key lime pie, or traditional key lime pie, is super simple. It's only 3 ingredients: egg yolks, sweetened condensed milk, and key lime juice. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go a 1/2 cup of key lime juice. Maybe just a touch more because I like mine limey. All right, and put that in our bowl. Then I have a whole can of sweetened condensed milk. I love this stuff too. It's really good in your coffee. If you've never tried it, definitely try it. And so the story behind key lime pie is, and I knew this, when Henry Flagler was building his railroad to Key West, before there was ever a road, the workers that were building that railroad down there, they had cans of sweetened condensed milk. They didn't have refrigeration, and they had key limes, and they would take seabirds' eggs, and they would mix all that up like in a mason jar and pour it over some crusty bread, or like stale bread, and set it in the sun. And what would happen is the acid in the key lime juice would kind of like cook everything. So, and then they'd eat it. But, so then we're gonna mix this up. Gotta go slow until you get that mixed with that thick condensed milk. Go a little faster here. Now, there are recipes out there and they call for weird stuff like sour cream and cream cheese and stuff. And I'm sure that's all good, great, and grand. That's not what I like. I like them super traditional. I don't do meringue on the top. I like just a little bit of whipped cream on top of mine, which you guys will see. So I am using a pre-made pie crust. If you wanted to make a pie crust, it's just graham cracker crust and butter pushed down in, and you could do that. But like I said, this is just such a super easy dessert to make, and you'll impress a lot of people with it.
I'm impressed.
So,
you know what though? I did not buy whipped cream.
You bought heavy whipping cream, right?
Oh, we're gonna make it?
Yeah, of course I'm gonna make it. Listen, I may not make my pie crust, but I make my own whipped cream. So just let that settle in there, and we're gonna go into a 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. And this is the perfect addition to any seafood dinner, but here in Florida we'll eat it with just about anything. I eat that stuff for breakfast. All right, y'all, so we got our fish. Night was cut a little bit short by an unexpected swimming mission, like I mentioned, but we still got enough fish for dinner. Nice fat flounder. I'm gonna stuff 1 or 2 of these. I haven't decided yet, but I'm gonna clean 2 of them for stuffing regardless. So, to stuff a flounder, you gotta scale them. I really like these things. They're like 99 cents. Well, nothing's 99 cents anymore. They're probably $5 now. But come in, clean up all the scales off of your flounder. Take your time, get them good. They have just little itty bitty scales on them. And man, flounder are some of the slickest fish in the world. They're hard to keep on the table some days. So, one side, come in, scale them up good. Second side, thinking about going back out again soon. Last night the conditions were epic. But come to find out, it was a holiday boat parade, apparently. So in the area that we were gigging, all these big yachts were coming home from being in the parade and just waking the tar out of us. And every time they would come through, just the action of the wakes hitting the shoreline would murk everything up for like 5-10 minutes, and we'd have to move. It was really getting to be a drag. So then what I do, come in, I'm gonna take his head and his gut off like this. I actually usually use a pair of scissors for this, but I left them upstairs. So, struggling here just a little bit.
So it's like diagonal.
Diagonal, just like that. And that's all his guts and everything, and his head. You're not missing any meat. On the bigger flounders, there's a little bit of cheek meat, but on these ones, not so much. Then, come in there, clean that little bit out there, like that. And now you got your flounder. Now, they have a line almost right down the center. So what you want to do is find that line, just come straight down it like that. And it did just occur to me, I'm gonna have to get those scissors to show you guys this regardless. But so now you got your line, and you come in and fillet it just how you normally fillet a flounder. Tip of the knife down on the bones and work your way out. Put your thumb in there like that, and keep working it out just like this. But what I'm going to actually do is remove those bones. So you want to come down almost all the way, but I'm stopping just short of taking the fillet off right there. So we'll turn it around, come in and do the other side, just like so. And this is also a great way to use those crabs that we collected, you know. So we got like whatever 9 crabs or something like that. And so now a lot of people would just stuff this flounder like this. They put their stuffing in there and they close it up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take this bone structure out. So there's one little bone in there I'm going to trim out. So the next thing I'm going to do is take my knife. I don't know how good you guys can see that, but I'm going to come in and I'm going to go under. My knife's under, and I can see my knife under there, just like so, sliding down. Then I'm going to cut out, just like so. Really careful not to cut through the skin right here. Then I'm going to do that same thing on this side.
Because there's meat on both sides of the flounder, right?
Exactly.
So.
That's the point.
Okay.
And look, I don't know if you guys can see that. You can see my knife. I'm watching, trying not to get it in the shadow there, and then just work out. And I'm pushing up all the time on those bones, so I'm separating them from the meat on the other side. Work your knife down, work your knife down, and then out, just like so. All right, now I am gonna have to go get those kitchen shears that I forgot, so we'll have to cut, but just separating all that. Now look, separating, and when we're done, we'll basically have like a little hot pocket of flounder. But I'm gonna go get the knife, so we're gonna cut now, and then I'll be standing right here in just now. Got my shears, so we're gonna come in right here. If you look, that's the end. I'm gonna come in right there, and we're gonna cut down, just like so. And you know, don't be scared to mess one up. It's not the end of the world, you know. The first one I ever did didn't come out perfect, so cut just a little bit more there, like that. Clip, clip. Then we're gonna go to the other side. We're gonna just as low as we can get. And it will still have little tiny pin bones all the way on the outside, but you don't eat the fin part anyways, so just keep that in mind as you're dining, and it's a hell of a lot better than if we were to leave all this in here. Now, trim just a little bit more right here, like so. Come down just a little more, clip that off. There. Now, look at that. No meat left on there. Oh, had to drop it for the camera. But no meat left on there. And what we have is perfect little flounder for stuffing. It's a great size. These are the ones I like to stuff. I don't like to stuff the real big ones. So we're gonna take it inside and cook it. I'm hungry. So we are, man, I just dropped a piece. Picking our crab. We got little bonus stone crabbers and blue crabs. And let me tell you, I'm not actually eating a little bit as I go. That's not a thing of butter.
You just put the shell that you're trying to hide of what you've eaten in the bowl.
Anyways, we're gonna make our crab meat stuffing. Fresh salt run oysters.
Can't see it. Show me one closer.
Oh man, those are good. Salt run oysters, our local oysters here. I've already got a video on that, you guys check it out. But let's get down to business. So we've got some picked crab meat. We have Old Bay crab cake seasoning. I like that stuff. You could make your own if you wanted, but it's so good, why not? And some mayonnaise.
Duke's
Mayonnaise, by the way. Always Duke's. We'll go in here. Calls for a half cup, I think, so about that much.
Wait, are you not measuring?
No, I'm not measuring. About that much. And then what I have here is some sauteed red peppers, shallot, and garlic. You don't have to use shallot. I just had one. You could use an onion. We're gonna go in with that. I really like that red pepper sweetness. I put it in all kinds of stuff. I love red peppers. Like even over green bell pepper, I like a red bell pepper a lot. Then since we got so much of this key lime juice on hand, just put a dash of that in there. Maybe a little more than a dash. And we're gonna mix this up. You don't wanna mix too hard, break your crab all up, but and you don't want it to be all filler. You know, sometimes you try a stuffing or whatever, and it'll just seem like mostly breadcrumbs or whatever. But this, I can promise you, is like 90% crab. I've got the flounder that I showed you guys earlier. Open him up, and I'm gonna do just a little bit of seasoning on the meat. This is just a last minute thought I had, just because why not? You gotta get some seasoning on that meat, like so. Then I'm gonna come in with some of this crab cake mixture that works really good for stuffing, like so. Not gonna overdo it because, you know, like I like a little bit of, a little bite of flounder and crab stuffing. I don't want it to be all stuffing. That stuff is good. It's already cooked. Close it up like that. I'll do just a little bit more down my crack right here. That sounded horrible. But either way, I'm putting it right there. Whatever you want to call that part of the stuffed flounder. Then I think just for ease, we'll take this whole thing. Probably should have just done this right in there to start with, but
you don't need to like grease the pan at all?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We might just eat it right out of the pan.
Probably.
And I've got a oven going at 400. I can't imagine this thing's gonna take more than about 10-15 minutes, and we'll be eating flounder.
Wait, what are we gonna do with the rest of the stuffing?
Oh, we're gonna make crab cakes.
Okay.
We're also gonna eat some more of them oysters. What else were we gonna eat?
We got a whole thing.
Oh, we got a key lime pie.
Oh yeah.
Check this bad boy out. So that's been chilling out in the ice box. Top it with a little homemade whipped cream.
Whipped.
None of that Miracle Whip stuff. Only homemade whipped cream. But
What are you gonna eat? Time's up.
all right, guys, we're about 13 minutes in. How about that?
That looks so good.
So, take this, and how I'm gonna finish it is I have some of that key lime butter, since we're key lime everything today. It's so good though.
They are so good.
So we got that key lime butter, and what we're just gonna do is just give it a drizzle like so. I think we might just eat right out of this pan. I don't know yet, but we're gonna sit down. We got a couple little crab cakes. We're doing charbroiled oysters. All right, guys, it's that time of the video. We're ready to eat. We're all hungry. We've got some oysters Harold brought us. You guys are gonna meet Harold, and you're gonna see a lot of them in my videos. We've got our stuffed flounder, and we went ahead and made some crab cakes too. But I'm gonna break the rules a little bit. I'm gonna break the rules, and I'm gonna just try a little dessert first. Look at that. That is what a key lime pie is supposed to look like, folks. Real Florida key lime. And go ahead, get you a little bit of that whipped cream in there, just like
Homemade
this.
whipped cream, not from the can.
Oh, that's amazing.
Let me try it.
I don't think.
Hold this. I want to try it.
I don't think I've ever actually had real key limes before. I don't know if any of us ever
really
have.
good.
It's amazing. Now, Bianca's next.
That was so good.
B.
What about
B.
mullet?
Mullet. You can't eat. It'll upset your tummy, bub. All right. B's next.
It's so good.
Super simple. Impress your family. Make them a key lime pie. Even if you got to buy the key lime juice at Publix, do it.
What do you think?
Good stuff. All right. That's it for this one. Catch us on the next one. We're going to eat. Please, if you made it this far, hit the subscribe button. And I keep doing this for y'all. Bye.